So I've had to, instead of a turkey wing, and nobody can cook a turkey wing better than my sister right here, but I've had to put that down, you know, just for the sake of eating different.
I'm just recording.
So, you know, and we'll get into all of that a little further. Now, the method that I've been using the past couple of years is from Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide. Dr. Sebi put this together some time ago. Over, you know, tested trials and true. You know, he's been known to have cured cancer. He's been known to have cured AIDS, HIV. Over the years, you know, he's even had to go before the Supreme Court and show these people exactly how he has been able to do this. So this is a tried and true method. Like I said, I've been following it, and it does work. You know, this is not something that I've heard about. This is something that I've been able to experience for myself. Once I stopped eating meat, I stopped eating meat some years ago, backslid a little bit, but, you know, got back on my game because I knew I just felt so much better by not eating it. And further going into just eating from his guide, I found that my health, my optimum health has just been so much better, so much better. So I've been asked by my pastor to try to put this out there and hope that somebody else can benefit from it. I mean, just like anything else, it's like we talk about Jesus, it's no good if we hold on to it ourselves. We got to give it back. We got to give it back. We got to give it out. So we'll just go through the guide a little bit and go through that. Now, this guide offers a list of foods that are least detrimental to our health, meaning that because of how our food is grown, with all pesticides and, you know, that are put in our foods, it's just become very tainted, very tainted. On this list, if your foods are not on the list, Dr. Sebi found that it lacks the nutritional value necessary to maintain, you know, a healthy body. Food categories to avoid: meat, dairy, soy, sugar, starch, yeast, and hybrid foods. And we'll talk a little bit about hybrid foods. A lot of the foods that we eat are made from more than one vegetable. They've been grafted over the years to look like what they do now. If you look at a carrot, we know a carrot to be orange, but a carrot is basically a product of two different vegetables put together. And if you really look at it, it looks like a twig off a tree. That's what a regular carrot looks like.
Yeah, it looks almost black.
Yeah, it's very, it looks almost black. It almost reminds me like an elongated ginger, piece of ginger. That's what it looks like.
A real carrot.
Yeah, that's what a real carrot looks like. So what we're eating now is a hybrid. It's not the real carrot. I'm not saying that it doesn't have any qualities at all, but it doesn't have the maximum. And that's what we're striving for, the maximum optimal health. Now, we also have, you know, different teas and compounds that we use. And even if by you just eating from the guide itself, you'll notice a different change in your body. And we'll start talking about fruit. Now, fruit is naturally intended to cleanse the body with natural fibers and alkalizing properties. The cleansing benefits of fresh fruit make it the most effective food option for naturally detoxing the body. So when you're talking about detoxing, fruit is about the best way to go, aside from water.
Straight up.
You can just get down this water, a gallon of water a day. That will help cleanse. It does help us release a lot of the toxins that we build up over the years. You know, we all carry pounds of feces in us throughout over a period of time But if you will just drink at least a gallon a day, and it ain't easy. I haven't mastered it yet, honestly, but I can get through 2. I haven't been able to get through 2. I just don't have enough time in the day to get through the 3rd one, but I'm working on it. And what I do, this is spring water. This is just a particular bottle that I bought from the store today. It's Fiji water. And it's one of the natural waters, one of the natural spring waters that is suggested by Dr. Sebi. What I do with this is I take a key lime and just drop a few drops in there, and that will alkalize the water.
Just squeeze the drops in.
Yeah, just cut it.
Okay.
Just cut it and just squeeze it in. Just cut
Oh, okay. Oh, you don't put the whole lime in.
I put a whole lime in if I'm doing a whole gallon.
Oh, okay.
I will if I buy a gallon.
Okay.
And I just want it for drinking water. I will use the whole.
Oh, okay.
I will, but for this, I'll just put a few drops and maybe half of one or whatever.
Okay.
You know, I could also put maybe some. I've also been known to do sparkling water.
Okay.
There's a sparkling spring water, and I'll give it a little flavor. Oh, off the top of my head, I have to get back to you on that. I'll put some key lime in it, and maybe put a little agave in it, and make it sort of like a spritzer.
Oh, okay.
You know, just to give you some variety.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't just have to be water. It can be natural sparkling water. I have no interest in Perrier, but they do make a sparkling water. So I will put some agave, like I said, I'll put some agave in it. And just to kind of spruce it up a little bit so it's just not always so bland.
So what's your actually take on mineral water?
I'm not certain. You know, when I following this, he tells us natural spring water. I can't give you anything on mineral. You know, can't give you anything on that. But there's all fruits should have seeds. They should naturally have seeds in it. Seedless fruits are not recommended, and they should be avoided if it doesn't have, because if it doesn't have a seed, it didn't come out the ground.
Right. That's right.
All right. So, you know, so you're talking about, you know,
say that one more again, please.
if it doesn't have a seed in it, it didn't come out the ground.
Seed fruits, not
right.
seedless.
Seedless fruits. That's right, not seedless. You know, and the most common are seedless grapes. Tastes good, but it doesn't give you. You might as well not eat it. You might as well not eat it at all, because it doesn't give you anything. You know, it doesn't give you anything at all. No nutritional value at all.
Seeds,
Yeah.
After its own kind, that's scripture.
Right. That's it. You know, so you go back to scripture. That's right. So you're talking about there are some fruits, of course, apples, bananas. Now there are the baby bananas. They're about this big, and there's also something called burro bananas. They're usually green when you see them in the market. They're about mid-size and they're kind of fat. Okay. You know, we've been out. You can use those. I use that as a potato substitute. I'll boil it and mash it up like a potato.
What, the little banana ones?
Not the baby bananas.
Oh, the burro one.
Oh, okay. I use that instead of a potato. I'll use the burro as a potato substitute, and it almost kind of tastes like it, you know, because and then you can put your different seasonings in it. You could add your sea salt. You could put some thyme or basil in it, or some tarragon, whatever you like. You know, and you know, just to spruce it up. If I even want to make a gravy, I could do that, but I will use spelt flour or kamut flour or garbanzo flour. Make a gravy out of that, you know, just like we normally would. Take some oil. My preference is grapeseed oil for all around natural oil. Do the flour, make a roux like we normally do. Take some, you know, plain spring water and make the gravy like we normally do, and put that on top. So you're not talking about really giving up a whole lot. You're just using different ingredients.
Better, more healthier ingredients.
And more healthier.
Okay.
So it's not so much giving up a whole lot, but you're gaining so much more by giving up the way we used to eat. Okay, so we're going to go back to the list. Berries, all berries except cranberries, elderberries in every form. Now I have here some dried elderberries. It's also a fruit, but I use these dried elderberries. I like using them for tea. Very good for colds and flus. I swear by it. But I drink it all year long, even as a hot tea.
So you're saying all berries is pretty good?
All berries. Yeah, raspberries, blackberries, cherries, strawberries, blueberries.
And you said except for cranberries and that?
Cranberries. Except for cranberries.
It's not
They're
good.
acidic.
Okay.
Okay, we want to get away from anything that's
acid. Oh,
because
okay.
that's what our disease is, you know,
From the
diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, all of that
from the acidity.
feeds on the acid,
Oh, okay.
which brings about the mucus.
Oh, okay.
And that's what causes a lot of the diseases that our community, you know, deals with from, you know, for forever, actually. You know.
So you're suggesting like the elderberries is in place of the cranberries? Elderberries in any form is better
any
than
form of berry in place of
the cranberry?
And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just to eat. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we're talking in terms of fruit, fresh fruit.
Okay,
So,
good.
you know, you're talking about, you know, cantaloupe, cherries, currants,
Yeah.
dates, figs, seeded grapes, the key lime, like I just showed you.
With seeds.
With seeds, because you will find the bigger ones. When you cut open a piece of fruit today, you cut open an orange and tell me how many seeds you see in a regular orange. Or a lemon even,
That's
a
right.
little lemon. A lot of them are not seeded. They're not seeded. So
All of mine that I get are seeded.
Yeah, that's the good ones.
the lemons, okay.
That's
They
good.
have tons of the
Similar. I always
Okay, but it has a higher acidic content also. So that's why he doesn't talk about the lemon because of the acidic. You know.
and
Yeah.
our spin of a hybrid of limes.
So then we have mangoes, we have melons, you know, watermelon. Now, I haven't seen, in this is Brooklyn, unless you go and get it off a truck, I haven't seen a seeded watermelon in quite a few years, quite a couple of years now.
A lot of them are seedless.
They're seedless.
I'll personally go to either Trader Joe's or to Whole Foods.
I haven't even seen them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy from Georgia that do the Georgia, the one on Atlantic Avenue.
On Atlantic Avenue. Yeah. Everybody talk about it.
Yeah.
Me personally, it's not that easy for me to get over there. And I've been trying all summer. And I couldn't get over there. So I didn't have any watermelon at all this year. And I refused to buy the other.
That's
But I
right.
know it's not giving me what I need.
It has to have seeds.
It should have seeds. Now we do have oranges, sour oranges or Seville oranges. The sour oranges can be used for like making salad dressing. You can make salad dressings out of that because they're not very sweet. So, you know, I'll turn around and, you know, just add a few things and put it over a salad if I want, you know, a citrus type of a salad or juice. Papaya, peaches, pears, plums, prickly pear. That was something different for me. I tried that, and what I did was I had to peel it, and it has like a ton of black seeds in it, so I had to strain it. And then I put it in a blender and made a juice out of it. And I found that I liked
The
it.
place that I'm telling you about around the corner from the job, that's what they have.
Yeah, prickly pear. Yeah, so
Okay.
I enjoyed that. I bought a few pieces of that. The soft jelly coconuts.
What is that?
It's the green coconut.
Oh, the green one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has the soft jelly inside.
Okay.
And you can use that for smoothies mostly.
Okay.
Smoothies, soursop, and of course tamarind.
What about that other fruit that they had told you about, that dragonfly one? Or something?
I've never used it.
Okay.
I've never used it.
Okay.
It's good for cancer.
Yeah.
You'll
Okay.
find, you know, a lot of different things. But you got to go back and as far as what Dr. Sebi is talking about, you're talking about the least detrimental.
That's right. Stuff with seeds is the key.
Yeah, I can't talk about dragon fruit. I've never eaten.
Yeah, because that one it had a lot of seeds in it.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know how it's
grown. Right.
What
okay.
they're using to
treated it right.
Treated how it's
right.
So,
yeah.
This I know works. So
I know that's right.
With what I know.
Okay. Awesome.
Vegetables are where animals get their protein. So, and a lot of people get their protein from animals. I say go
directly to the source.
Go directly to the source. Like I said, I'm not a meat eater, so I'll get whatever protein I need. I'll get it from the ground. You have amaranth greens, avocados, bell peppers of any color, chayote, which is the Mexican squash, cucumber, dandelion greens. And dandelion greens make a nice kind of greens. I mix it with what's the other greens that I use? With the kale, I mix the two together. Just like Mommy and them used to use collard greens and cabbage. I mix that with the dandelion, and it's pretty good.
Okay.
The garbanzo beans, the green banana, azote, kale, lettuce, except iceberg, which is nothing but water. It has no nutritional value at all. Okay, it looks almost similar to the prickly pear.
Yeah, that's what I thought about when you said that. Yeah.
Yeah. Mushrooms, all except shiitake. Nopales, which is a Mexican cactus. Olives, onions, poke salad greens, purslane. I've not tried that, so I'm not too familiar with that. Sea vegetables, squash, tomato, cherry or plum, tomatillo, which looks like a green tomato.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever used it?
I haven't, no, but I'm familiar.
Yeah. Turnip greens, watercress, and zucchini.
Sea vegetables.
Then we have our grains. And for a lot of us, it's hard to let go of that potato. It's hard to let go of the white flour. It's hard to let go of the rice, and we've been eating it all our lives. So,
help, Lord. Help, Jesus.
And what it does, it's least detrimental in the fact that they're less processed, therefore less likely to trigger an allergic reaction and irritations than the common wheat grain. Some people can't eat wheat, which is gluten. A lot of people can't eat it, so because they do have an adverse reaction to it. And wild rice, which I didn't realize was a grass. I never knew that. Right. And it does not contain cyanide and arsenic like some white rice and brown rice and black rice.
So wild rice is good?
Wild rice is very good.
Oh, okay.
Personally, for my palate, I'd rather not, but it's there. It's out there. And we have a few of those: amaranth, fonio, kamut, kiwa, rye, spelt, teff, and wild rice. Now, I do use, I bought this pasta that's made from spelt, and it tastes just like, this has a different kind of a taste to it. Kamut is the closest to what we know as pasta. So I use that. I make salads with it. I'll make a tomato sauce with it and use it like that. They do have spelt spaghetti that I've seen. If I just want pasta for dinner, and I'll make a tomato sauce with mushrooms, onions, green peppers. The norm, just like we normally put my Italian seasonings in it. I'll use the oregano, I'll use the thyme, the basil, stuff that we normally use that's allowed from the list, and it doesn't taste any different. It's just there is a slight difference in taste, but it's not enough that I'm repelled by it. So then I also have here kamut and kiwa mix. Some people use kiwa. Well, you don't know. This is a little tiny grain.
Yeah.
You know, I use that as a rice substitute also. You know, but they just have these two. It's just a different variety. You know, a different taste for each one. And they don't cause the bloating and the fullness that the regular white flour pasta does.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't have that high starch content either. You know, so you just got to just change a little bit at a time. You know, and so it's not a whole lot that you're giving up. Then you have nuts and seeds. Sometimes you have people who are allergic to certain nuts and seeds, but I've found that even with these particular items, the hemp seeds, the sesame tahini butter, which to me tastes like peanut butter.
Okay.
Walnuts and Brazil nuts. Maybe, well, they say if, you know, those who may have a little
allergic reaction
to peanuts. Huh? Almonds. It ain't on my list. So, I want some walnuts. You want some walnuts? Didn't I buy some walnuts?
She said, pour a little almonds.
Yeah, you ain't on my list.
Here, eat that. Eat some walnuts. You can sprinkle a little sea salt on it if you want.
A little bit?
Because there's nothing on them. They're not smoked like your walnuts. Like that. So if you want to sprinkle a little walnuts, you can.
Help her out right now.
That's it. Yeah, there it is. Now you'll be all right. I was telling Pastor earlier, the hemp seeds I use for milk.
Wow.
I used to make milk.
Yeah.
All right, because I don't drink regular milk. I take 2 spoons. But I will, and I use it for smoothies as well. But if I just want, you know, milk over cereal, I'll get some. Y'all remember the Sugar Smacks? You remember Sugar Smacks?
Yeah.
Well, I buy the puffed kamut cereal, and I'll take some of this. I'll take like 2 tablespoons to a cup of water, and I might add a little bit of clove powder. I'll add maybe a little agave to it, and maybe some walnuts to give it a little thick consistency to it, and use that for my milk. And I always use it for my smoothies, just to give it a.
And that's the hemp seeds.
This is hemp seeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Help us. Jesus.
I actually enjoy hemp milk. Like just buying hemp milk already made I actually like it.
And for you, that's good because you don't even drink dairy. It messes you up. So.
It's a good dairy substitute.
Okay. Hemp milk. Okay.
So we gotta try it.
Yeah. Come on.
Sprinkle it over your salads and stuff too.
Man.
You can eat it. You can. Well, I mean, it's an acquired taste.
We got to do what we got to do.
You know, but I like it. You know, I like it.
You want to try it out? Straight up?
Yeah. I mean, I do it. I give
me
it.
a little.
Here.
That's too much.
I wouldn't just do that then. See, it ain't that bad.
Well, don't hide the vibe. don't hide the vibe. Don't hide the vibe. Let me get a little.
It's not as small as it's smaller than the sunflower seeds. You know, and you know, if you put enough in, you know, it's not that bad.
Oh.
It's not that bad. So you can just.
To be honest, it tastes almost like the way sunflower seeds used to taste. No, I can rock with that. I can just eat. It's good to just eat it straight up like that. Oh man, I can rock with that. I'm gonna be taking that to Planet Fitness with me.
Yeah, well, you know, for snacks, what I usually do, sometimes I'll throw some figs or some dates
The live
together,
signal, so I'm just recording it.
and I'll throw some,
And then I'll post it.
Some walnuts in the bag,
That
and
actually
just
tastes
take
good.
That, as a nice little snack, you know, so that I don't.
That's good.
It's not bad.
I can rock with that.
Yeah. It's different. It's something.
Hemp seeds.
Yeah. It's better.
Hemp seeds.
What you've been buying, Pastor.
Yeah.
You know, because you're the cookie man. I don't
I've been.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, when I first met you, you was definitely.
Oh, cookie and cake man. I actually fell off the truck.
Well,
But it's in the house. I haven't even opened them yet, so I don't know if I'm eating. One was a fig Newton and one was Lawn to Do, and they was on sale. I said, Lord Jesus. So, but I ain't even opened them. No, I haven't been doing it. Yeah. I haven't been. Yeah, I haven't been eating none.
that's a good thing. You know.
So where we at now? Spice and season? Okay.
And garlic is not on this list. And garlic is not on the list because it's highly acidic. And yes, it is. And it kills a lot of the good cells along with the bad cells.
And then that's crazy because mostly everything you say here is that
Garlic is good for you.
Yeah. Wow. Not to say it doesn't have some good qualities, but doesn't outweigh the bad. Okay. Now it also interrupts the mucous membrane's healing process.
Garlic. Wow. Wow.
Okay. So.
Wow.
Now what you can do for a replacement. Now, doesn't really taste like it, but you might feel like if you mix up, like you can get some shallots. The shallot onion, dice it up with some fine grated ginger or ginger powder and some onion powder. You might
get that close taste.
It's close.
Oh, okay.
It's healthier. Let's do this.
So just substitute.
That's all we're doing.
That's what we're doing. We're substituting what may not be so good for what's better.
Okay.
That
Wow. All these years you hear garlic is good. Put garlic in it.
Not to say that it doesn't.
Yeah,
do
but
some
still.
good, okay, but you gotta understand, you know, they'll tell you
Good or better.
garlic water for blood pressure. What is it doing?
It's pretty much if your focus is to have a more alkaline life, then having garlic is not the choice for you.
Because now this water here is alkaline water.
This is focusing on an alkaline diet. So
Wow.
to use garlic is to interrupt that
Alkaline diet.
So it's not that it doesn't have benefits for you, but if you're trying to live an alkaline lifestyle, having garlic doesn't benefit you.
It's counterproductive, counteractive. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now here
Great
we go
news.
with seasonings. A lot of stuff that I found that a lot of stuff that I had been using, I've had to throw out almost, I would say 80% of the seasonings that I had been. I turned down the regular Red Cross salt, the sea salt.
We got that in the house.
But you know what? I find sea salt to me to be more saltier.
But
So you use less.
Yes, you usually don't have to use as much.
Because it's thicker grains.
I haven't been able to judge it.
We got to get the finer ones because the ones we have in the house is thicker grains. Okay.
This one, where is it?
That one right there?
Yeah. This is a course, but it has, you know,
The grainer. Let me see it.
On it. Yeah.
The
This
one
is
I
just
have
something
now.
I picked up at a store. I don't remember which.
Okay, okay. So any sea salt, but grinding. Okay,
It has a
great.
grinder, so you
Okay,
can
good.
pretty much
And I did say that I wanted us to get the grinder.
Yeah, you just say.
Then there's also granulated seaweed.
Okay.
This is dulse. This is one of the ones. I also use kelp and nori. I use this when sometimes I make mushroom patties, and if I want a little bit of a sea flavor to it, I use this. I add this to it and use that, and I mix it with that.
Yep, I'm not sure. I said no, I don't have that one. That one's not on my list.
What, mushrooms?
No, the seaweed.
The seaweed, yeah.
Because it's allergic.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, and it works out quite well. You know, I mix I chop the mushrooms up real fine, and, you know, with the onions and the green peppers, and I'll use the garbanzo flour, mix it up.
Let me see the garbanzo flour.
I didn't bring any today.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't bring. But health food stores, all
Right,
health food
okay.
stores have it. Mix that up and just make it into patties. Put this or I'll use, mostly I use kelp. That to me has a better sea taste to it for me. And I might put a little crushed red pepper in it if I want to go a little spicy. And fry it. You know, just like you would a regular patty. You know, even Amber eats it. She likes it. Yeah.
Okay.
For sweetness, I use date sugar, which is made from dried dates. This one is used basically, this is more for baking, date sugar. Okay. It's mostly for baking. It doesn't dilute very well in water. So for that, like for my teas and stuff, I'll use the agave syrup. Mm-hmm. You know, for teas and smoothies, for whatever sweetness I want. I use it in my cereal. Okay. But this is mostly for baking.
On its own,
better for baking.
On its own, does it taste similar to brown sugar? Or does it advertise different shades?
You try it. You tell me.
Don't hide the vibe. We're gonna try. Let's try. Date sugar. Oh, I can rock with that too.
And they have date syrup as well.
Okay.
It's powdery like maca flour. It's powdery like maca flour.
Who? Mike. Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is the difference with the date syrup. I'd be nasty too. No, don't do it.
No, I'm not telling you don't. You know, to each his own. You know, I prefer this.
No, okay.
That's, you know, just preference.
Well, anything that's gonna cause me diarrhea right now,
you better not mess with it.
I can't, because that's what this chemo causes, diarrhea. So I can't.
That's the date syrup. Oh.
Okay. Now, I personally,
I can use that on my pancakes. That kind of put me in the mind of my alligator.
I will say about this agave, it is a little glycemic.
Oh, okay.
Which is very good for folks that are diabetics.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
As opposed to using the artificial sweeteners. Yeah, those aren't good for nothing.
It's even better than honey too, then.
It's better than honey.
Even though it's not on your list, extra salt when I'm feeling nauseous. It just helps me.
Then we have.
I have to go buy a regular one and get the sea salt and put it on there. Okay, Brenda.
Get the mild seasonings. We have, you know, and this is stuff that we've always used: basil, bay leaf, cloves, dill, oregano, savory, sweet basil, tarragon, and thyme. And then if you want something a little spicy, you have the achiote, the habanero, onion powder, and sage. Okay. Again, when I have a taste for something.
The crazy thing is, Brenda, I just have to change the brands up to be organic. But all of these things I have in the cabinet, they're just not organic.
Well, I wouldn't throw it out right away. I wouldn't throw it out. Use it. Use it. And as you have to replace it,
then you start.
Then if you want to go organic, then do that.
But even if you have these in the house and it's not organic, it's still good.
I would say it's, I'm not going to throw it out.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did. When I started changing over, I used what I had.
Yeah. And then when you started replacing it, then you.
And as I replace it, if I wanted to go organic, then I would do that.
Okay.
I wouldn't tell anybody to go home and just throw your stuff out.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't do it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. But you have remember the and you can only, I don't care what you say, you can't find the most sage sausages like you can down south.
No, that's right.
I found a way to kind of give me something similar. I take some sage seasoning and some fennel seasoning. Mix it, and again, I use mushrooms. Mix it up, and it will give me that sage taste that I'm looking for.
Like as if you was having a sage sausage.
Almost.
Wow.
Almost.
Now I would do that, but she can't do mushrooms.
What? Oh no.
She's allergic.
When we tried it, we just got to figure out which one it was.
Oh.
She made a patty.
Yeah.
And one of them I could eat, didn't bother me. The other one started giving me, but we
don't so you just got to play around with it. Just keep your Benadryl close by.
It was either the portobello or what was the other one?
It was a portobello and something else that I remember.
I forgot the other. Oh God.
Oh, okay. So then we can rock with that because I love mushrooms.
All in the
Okay.
Mushroom patty, those things was good.
They are good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out.
So, you know, like for breakfast, I would do that. You know. Now we're going to get to the teas. And the teas we talked, you know, teas, the herbal teas have become popular over the years due to their healing properties. And they can be found in most local and health food stores. And I suggest to anybody, please read your labels. Make sure there's nothing else added into whatever it is that you're buying. You know, if it says...
Well, this is for upset stomach. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
If you're buying something called tarragon, read the label.
Let me see.
Make sure. Well, it just says tarragon.
Oh, okay.
You know, I just happened to pick this one up.
Okay.
Or
burdock. What's that one for?
burdock increases the blood urine flow.
Okay.
Makes you pee.
Okay.
And then I probably
good
need to
blood
get, I
pressure.
need to get that because they said this chemo is going to stop me from going to the bathroom as much.
It will increase your flow.
So then I need, because I
Wow.
don't,
But you got to drink water. You have
I
to
drink tons of water.
Okay, you have to.
I drink tons of
Because
water.
you don't want to dehydrate yourself.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what happened
You don't want to
me
release
on
the water
Tuesday.
and not put it back in.
That's what happened to me on Tuesday when I went back for the second dose. I was dehydrated because I threw up all night.
And that morning right before we left.
You gotta keep putting
So
the
she
water
said
back.
no, I was dehydrated.
Yeah.
So I don't know what, you know, it's going forward. I don't know what to do if I get sick on Monday night and then have to go in on Tuesday. They're probably going to always have to give me the...
No, we're going to make sure you drink plenty of fluids. We're going to be on it. Yeah, well, we're going. Will Gatorade help rehydrate that back in?
I wouldn't suggest Gatorade.
Okay.
It's acidic.
Okay.
You don't need nothing with acid in it.
Okay. So just straight spring water, natural water.
Spring water.
Her Essentia pH
I don't know.
is high alkaline.
Me personally, I'd rather get a key lime and make it myself and do it myself. I don't buy alkaline water. I just don't. You know, that's not how I was taught. You know, because it's just not everything is alkaline this and alkaline that. Everybody's coming out with a water, alkaline water. It might be okay. I've never looked into Essentia. I see it on the shelf just like everybody else. Personally, I don't buy it. I'd rather buy just some plain spring water and put a key lime in it, and I'm good. Now, yeah, make sure there's nothing added to what you're buying when you talk about teas. For you, I would suggest making your teas up ahead of time and just keeping them handy. You can drink them cold or cool. You know, I don't like to drink cold water. I prefer my water room temperature. But you got to keep it in the refrigerator. You know, so but you can heat it up a little bit just to take the chill up, just so that you'll have it handy. Okay. Now the anise, I'm talking about the 5-star anise. It's the seasoning. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, that is good for upset stomach, bloating, and you know, gas, runny nose. So that's good for cold as well. Burdock I use a lot. It's a good blood cleanser, keeps the inflammation down, and antifungus, antiviral, and antibacterial. So that it covers you know, a whole wealth of stuff there. Elderberry, I use that all year round. I drink it cold. It makes a real, and it's a nice fruity flavor too. That along with the red raspberry. They're both very fruity type. I add that sometimes to like the sparkling water if I want to flavor it a little bit, you know, with some key lime and some agave, you know, just to have something a little bit different. But the elderberry